Welcome to the Real Double Dose Channel broadcast station, focused on the real reels of real life, love, growth, and of course, elevation within all levels. RDDC is exactly the place where anyone can discover more depth, love, light, and clarity within themselves, and elevate from other people's walks of life, conversations, and questions, along with deeper insights. So tune in and be a part of the Double Doses with Lexus T and RDDC.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Real Double Dose Channel. This is your host, Lex, coming at you straight from the heart where the talk is real. And I already said it again, the vibe is live. So I just want to say hello to you. I pray that you're having a blessed, fulfilled week and many other things coming your way for the blessings of God. Don't mind me. I'm going through a little bit of a cross bridge and a roller coaster and maybe some abusive situationships of conversations of myself and others, trying to sift that out right now. But, I just wanted to kind of get a conversation started with you and let you know where you may stand within yourself and basically getting there. So I can call this many things, but thank you for tuning in from Stitcher, TuneIn, Podchaser, Giovanni, Google Cast, Podcast Addict, Spotify, Spreaker, Pandora, all the other places that are going on right now, and as well as iHeart and iTunes and so forth. But I want to call this conversation because I want to dive right into it for you. Please don't mind my voice. It's just things going on right now that I'll clarify in conversations moving forward. But this is called hashtag the power of patience of endurance, or the power of patient endurance, right? Or patience and endurance, right? So I want to welcome all the family to another powerful broadcast conversation here on the hashtag RDDC Real Double Dose channel, where we flip the switch on what holds us back and ignite the flame of divine purpose within. I am your host, and that's Lex, okay? And we're coming into this conversation of you who are new and those tuning in. And I want to get into a diving deep here. And this is the topic that touches every single one of our lives, and that's tolerating things, people, and situations. And it's funny how it's not funny, but it's amazing how the Holy Spirit works, that this conversation of tolerating things came up before I had to tolerate some other things. And this is what shows you what you have to tolerate and what you don't. So I want to do that where we sift through our lives and get rid of the garbage and the people who are not supposed to be there, or the heavy negative energy that comes along with that person or persons. Let me clear my throat. Let's be real about it. Sometimes you got to cut the strings where you think they still continue on. And that's what we have to bring today. So, yeah, tolerating things, people, and situations right here. So let me take off my glasses because, things close are easier, things farther away are harder. So in a world that often demands instant gratification and perfect alignment with our desires, the concept of toleration can feel challenging. And this is notes that I wrote earlier, right? Yet, from a biblical perspective and through the lens of God, unchanging truth, we discover that patience and endurance isn't a weakness. It's a profound strength, a pathway to peace, and a testament to our faith. So I just want to say, when we speak of toleration, we're not advocating for passive acceptance of injustice and harmful behaviors. Instead, we're talking about a spirit-led endurance, a long-suffering love that allows us to navigate life's inevitable frictions without losing our inner peace or compromising our divine calling. So think about this for the Apostle Paul, right? His words in Ephesians 4, verse 2 say, which encourages us to be completely humble and gentle, be patient, bearing with one another in love. Now, that's hard to do. I'm telling you, I know it's very hard to do. It's such a hard thing. And sometimes I can wake up super obnoxious or irritated. If it was up to me, I just probably would stay by myself like I was. And so I got into more situationships trying to be there for people who were never really there for themselves or anybody else. That's been my whole life, though. So I was smelling a little bit of extra dryer sheets, right? I don't know, but the smell is like in my nose and I'm kind of like gasping for air a little bit. It smells good, but it feels like a little dose to my head or something. But yeah, we read that again. And this is from the Apostle Paul, Ephesians 4, verse 2, which encourages us to be completely humble and gentle, be patient, bearing with one another in love. Also, bearing with one another, that's a powerful form of toleration, isn't it? It's about like choosing understanding over judgment, grace over grievance, and empathy over anger. It's recognizing that just as God, our magnificent creator, tolerates our imperfections with boundless mercy, we too are called to expand that same grace to others. Although it doesn't seem that fractional way, does it? It's like you feel like you just, man, I've given everything I can. And it's not that you want to get away with things or feel like, hey, if I spend 10 racks or 10K tomorrow and I know I have to pay my bills, hopefully they'll just blow it over. It's more like, no, I've tolerated a lot of things. I've put up with a lot of things. So when my time comes, that patience is not found for you. That love and that in depth and that, hey, I'm over the top.com, I need to get stuff right, it's not found for you. It's all like a stressful journey and it doesn't seem like you get any relaxation from it. It seems like it becomes more of a headache than anything. Tolerating is a whole nother level. Now, you shouldn't have to tolerate a dang thing. I'm just going to say we shouldn't have to tolerate nothing. Like, I get it if our child's going through some disability or some problem, but in a relationship, in a friendship, in a job, you shouldn't have to tolerate being miserable. You shouldn't have to tolerate going through crap or everything being on your shoulder. You shouldn't tolerate not being able to speak your mind or having a person understand you. And sometimes you don't see the forest from the trees. And if you do, you still accept it, even though you know you need to move away from that forest. So it's never too late to move things and situations and people out of the way and get those things in your path. So to elaborate on the toleration situations, sometimes it's not people, but life situations that test our tolerance. Unforeseen delays, unmet expectations, financial pressures, definitely. Health challenges, definitely. These can easily steal our joy. Like, let's be real about it. But what if we shifted our perspective, though? Like, what if, like Joseph in the Old Testament, who tolerated betrayal, imprisonment, we choose to believe that God is working all things for our good, even when we can't see the end from the beginning? Like, what if, like, Joseph had to go through that whole, couple of decades of stuff? Who knows what happened in between those times that are not written about every single day within those confines of being sold into slavery and people he had to deal with. And oh man, who knows? Just back then, there was just no kind of, yeah. But remember, Romans 8, verse 28 reminds us, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose, right? This isn't a call to ignore the pain, but to tolerate the process, trusting that the master weaver is creating a beautiful tapestry, even with the threads of difficulty. Tolerating the situation means not allowing it to define our spirit or derail your faith, right? Your faith or your spirit. It means finding strength in God's presence within the trials that we deal with. And some might say, why we got to deal with trials all the time? I ask the same questions, but at the same time, you never see drug companies and pharmaceuticals stopping their trial. You never see people stopping their trials to say, hey, try us out for a while. You know, we're so quick to invest in the next shiny object or thing or a person that comes in our life or a situation, but yet we don't give the toleration to accept the things with ourselves, and we don't give ourselves that investment that we need. So, and then there are people, the people, yes, the people, diverse personalities, differing opinions, annoying habits. We all encounter them, whether it's a family member, a coworker, or even a stranger. Our patience is often put to the test, like every single moment, I'm telling you, right? But here's the transformational truth. Every interaction is an opportunity to practice Christ-like love. I know some of you are like, man, Lex, you have no idea how far. I'm like, I know, but it is an opportunity for us to practice being within that Christ realm. I mean, I don't even know. The God within will teach us that. I try. I know. It's just the things that people say to me try to trigger me. I see the devil working in them really fast and they'll try to turn it around. And I'm like, I see when the devil tries to work on me as well. I'm not naive to blind to see it, but I don't have to be around those people. And that's what irritates me. It's like, I don't have to be around you. So why? If I've done enough and been enough, why the hell? Yes, hell and Hades. Do I have to tolerate anymore? So there is a fine line between tolerating stuff and Christ. Like, don't keep blowing over everything. Sometimes you have to cut it off where it is. That's what it is. Like, and I'm not saying that to not give perseverance and love, but you got to know after a while, like, hey, this is not becoming anything that I want to be a part of. It's not worth the time. Colossians 3, verse 13 urges us to bear with each other and forgive one another if any of you has a grievance against someone. Forgive as the Lord forgave you. Now, this is the core of our what we stand for, or here, at the Real Double Dose channel, radical grace, applied practicality. Tolerating people doesn't mean condoning their wrong actions. It means separating the person from the problem, seeing them as a child of God and praying for divine intervention in their lives. And in your response, though, it's about being an ambassador of reconciliation and not a judge. I know my voice is kind of up there, isn't it? It's like my breathing's still off, people. My breathing's still off, even though I've been up for at least 5 hours after my shower. Didn't work too. So I just want to say, how do we apply this, right? How do we move from merely surviving to thriving in tolerance inspired by God, the creator of all things, and his flawless biblical principles? So I want to give you some call to actions that you can implement today that we all can to change situations and feel truly inspired, hopefully. And that is one, we can practice intentional prayer. So before reacting to a challenging person or situation, pause and pray. And let's ask God for patience, wisdom, and his perspective. Ask him to show you how to respond in a way that honors him and serves his purpose. Now, I don't mean with music going and behind the wheel and distracted. I mean, take a few seconds, even if you pull over in a safe spot, or just take a moment from, machinery or people, common sense practices. Go to spiritandmindelevation.com for that if you need some terms and service and disclaimers, or realdoubledosechannel.com and so forth. I'm saying some people don't take common sense. And number 2, embrace empathy, right? Let us try to see things from the other person's point of view or understand the underlying factors in a difficult situation. Often a lack of understanding fuels intolerance. And you can probably just check up on Philippians chapter 2, verse 3 and 4. Right? Just read that for a moment and see what goes on, right? 3, we can all set healthy boundaries with love. Toleration, I guess is something that is a hard name itself, but it's not a martyrdom, or a martyrdom, but it means recognizing what you can and cannot endure. If a situation or relationship is genuinely toxic and destructive, seek wise counsel and set loving, firm boundaries, always with the heart rooted in grace, not bitterness. Remember, your peace and our peace matters, right? 4, we can meditate on scripture. Immerse yourself in passages that speak to patience, love, and forgiveness. All right. The more you fill your mind with God's truth, the more naturally these virtues will flow from you. Scriptures like 1 Corinthians 13 on love, or James chapter 1, verse 2 and 4 on perseverance in trials are powerful tools. And let me remind us, right? And number 5, seek spiritual mentorship. Your girl Lexus T, the Oracle, the God is the daughter of God. Let's get here. Just like we discussed on Heck versus Hell, navigating complex relationships and life challenges requires guidance, right? So connect with a spiritual mentor or coach, right? I'm right here. I know we got openings happening, but remember, we're going to have some really good highlights, especially on YouTube, and a sign-up form you can do. But for now, who can offer godly wisdom and practical strategies for developing patient endurance, or maybe someone in your local community or your church that you may feel more comfortable with as well. Or check out some of the stuff that I'm going to be coming out with a full-fledged kind of mini course that is going to be completely free to kind of get you down that journey. And then the next chapter is going to be whether you want to sign up for more or not. But I'm going to get you hooked up like almost these 500 episodes, right? So this is a journey, and you don't have to walk it alone. So just want to say, in conclusion of our conversation, toleration born of divine love and guided by biblical principles is a revolutionary act in our impatient world. It really is. It transforms us, it transforms our relationships, and it allows God's peace to reign even in the midst of chaos. So remember, we are a masterpiece of the Creator. All right. We're endowed with the capacity for immense grace. Embrace the power of patient endurance and watch how our lives, right? The lives around us begin to reflect the glory of God. It's hard. I know. But I just want to say thank you for tuning in with us, all those out here, in another impactful conversation, I hope. So join us at the next time as we continue to unpack the truths that set us free. Check out the hashtag, oh man, I was just say the regret collection coming out, the stories that have been shared with us and so forth. I really love those. I can't wait to get back into them. I hope you've been enjoying them. And until then, go forth, tolerate with love, and be blessed. So remember to be the change, feel the passion, embrace the power of the Spirit. You are phenomenal. Remember, God is with you, always for you, surrounding you, and within you, and nothing can ever stop that, baby. Don't ever forget that. So we will see you on the flip side, and I'll be back with you very, very soon.